Hello, I want to give you an update and brief overview of the brand new DOT Oral Fluid testing program. Back in June of this year, the DOT approved oral fluid drug testing for the DOT Drug and Alcohol Testing Program. However, oral fluid drug testing is still not yet operational and not expected to be operational until later on in 2024. In order for the DOT oral fluid drug testing to become operational, there needs to be a split. Oral fluid collection devices haven't been available for DOT testing in the past, so that must become available and must also have FDA approval, which can take an extensive amount of time. In addition, which could take even longer, there must be 2 laboratories that become certified for oral fluid drug testing. 2 laboratories are required so that one can do the primary oral fluid drug testing and another lab available to do any split specimen retest requests. Now, once operational, oral fluid drug testing will be allowed for all of the DOT agencies or administrations, including FMCSA, FAA, PHMSA, FTA, FRA, and also for the U.S. Coast Guard, which falls under the Department of Homeland Security, but still follows the DOT 49 CFR Part 40 regulations for their drug testing program. Now, why is this occurring? Well, there's definitely benefits of oral fluid drug testing. Oral fluid drug testing has been around for approximately 15 years. It's an easy collection. It's always directly observed with no gender requirements and no bathroom requirements, and it's a non-invasive specimen collection method that causes minimal health and safety concerns. Oral fluid specimens can be collected on-site at an employer premises. Employers can actually train their own in-house workers to collect oral fluid specimens. This can be particularly helpful for employers who are in remote areas. There is a shorter window of detection with oral fluid drug testing to find more recent drug use, which is particularly useful for post-accident and reasonable suspicion scenarios. The use of oral fluid specimens can eliminate the up to 3-hour shy bladder wait time that could occur with a urine collection. Oral fluid specimen collections can also eliminate the uncomfortable direct observation of urine collections in situations where a direct observation collection is required. Now, oral fluid testing doesn't replace urine drug testing. It is an alternative specimen that employers may choose to utilize in various situations, so it will be the employer only who will make the decision as to utilizing oral fluid or urine only, or both in a drug testing event. In addition, employers may switch from urine to oral fluid or oral fluid to urine in situations that require a second or subsequent collection, such as during the shy bladder process or when a urine specimen's temperature is out of range. This will significantly improve the efficiency of the drug testing process. It will be a best practice for employers to have something that is now called standing orders, which are protocols in place that will be provided to collection sites so they know what the employer choice is on what kind of specimen, urine or oral fluid, should be used and when for particular reasons or situations, and when to perhaps switch from one specimen type to another. A professional consortium or third-party administrator or TPA, such as U.S. drug test centers, will be able to assist employers with these standing orders. The orders should include the employer direction on when to switch from a urine collection to an oral fluid collection, and when to switch from oral fluid to urine, if both types of specimens will be collected and used. These standing orders will specify what specimen to be used in what situation. At U.S. drug test centers, standing orders are highly recommended, and we will work with employers to help with the development of these standing orders. The recommendation is that we would use oral fluid as the specimen anytime the drug testing collection requires a direct observation. Anytime a donor goes into a shy urine bladder process, and anytime after a urine specimen shows temperature out of range or appears to have been adulterated or substituted, because in those cases, a direct observation collection is required. In remote areas where finding a collection site is difficult, it may be recommended that employer representatives are trained to collect oral fluid specimens in-house. If this is the case, then we're going to recommend that your standing orders state that anytime a post-accident or reasonable suspicion drug test is needed, you use the oral fluid specimen collection. Every company should have a designated employer representative, or a DER, which is the person in charge of managing the DOT drug and alcohol testing program. The changes and revisions to the DOT drug testing regulations have re-emphasized that the company's DER must be available 24/7 to answer questions during the collection and testing process. This means that the DER's phone number must be available and included with any drug test order. The DER phone number should be published on the drug testing custody and control form, and the number provided should directly contact the DER, not a call center, not to a voicemail, and not to a company directory. A call may have to go to voicemail, but the DER should be able to access their voicemail and get back to someone who needs assistance during a collection, so that the collector understands what type of specimen to use when no standing orders have been provided, and other things of that nature. So as an employer, how do you prepare for DOT oral fluid testing? Because this is a major change to DOT drug and alcohol testing. This is also a major change to the industry as a whole. We advise employers to start thinking about and discussing DOT oral fluid testing now. Perhaps an employer will administer oral fluid testing 100% of the time, or just in certain circumstances. As an employer, will you train collectors that are your employees to perform in-house collections? We recommend that employers work with a professional TPA like U.S. drug test centers, who will provide guidance through the changes and the new testing processes. For employers who do drug and alcohol testing, your policy should be updated and the standing orders should be decided upon and put into writing to be distributed to collection sites. U.S. Drug Test Centers is available to assist new and existing clients with the new DOT oral fluid drug testing and all updates and clarifications related to Regulation 49 CFR Part 40. U.S. Drug Test Centers has an expert team of professionals that will be able to assist employers with their oral fluid lab accounts or fluid collection devices, medical review officer or MRO services, and their standing orders, which should be in place sooner rather than later. So stay in touch with U.S. Drug Test Centers and follow our oral fluid page on our website under the DOT Testing and Services section, which is linked below in the description box. The page for oral fluid drug testing is available for all new DOT oral fluid updates, webinars, news, and more. Thanks for viewing this video. Please like and share, and always call us anytime for assistance at 866-566-0261.